Here we go. Thank you for bearing with us. We had to make some changes and bring in the squirrels to turn the cage that makes the electricity. How's that?
Well, if my mic was up, you could hear me. Well, the squirrels have to be chasing the nuts. So does that mean we're the nuts?
Something like that. It's the In Wheel Time Car Show, your weekly go-to all things automotive place. Today coming to you from the Hovis' Hemi Hideout in Brookshire, Texas. Howdy, along with Mike out of This World Mars, King Conrad DeLong, Jeff Zekin. I'm Don Armstrong. Glad you could join us today. And also joining us here in the remote studio inside the Hemi Hideout is my longtime friend, Mr. Bill Seitz. Thank you for joining us.
A long time.
Is it still around?
Oh, yeah, they're still there.
Yeah. And so I went to a meeting because, back in the day, everybody had to have a monthly meeting. Never understood what that was about, but whatever. Drinking and reading the minutes. Yeah.
And reading about drinking last time you guys got together,
I guess.
right?
Reading the minutes caused more drinking.
Exactly. I never understood, why do we have to read minutes? It's so high schoolish, but whatever the case may be. Anyway, were you president then? Were you president of the car club?
No, I was never president of the car. Uh-huh.
Well, which drag strip would it have been back then?
Was it?
Not me. It's been a long time.
I know.
Because that would have been way before Baytown was built.
Yeah.
There was a little strip out. I don't know what. I can picture it now, but it certainly wasn't Baytown.
Is this the one? Was it north of Kingwood?
No, no.
Don't know.
No, you're thinking of East Tex. No, it wasn't.
Okay.
No. I don't remember either, but we went out there and made embarrassing moves down the racetrack.
Still out there, and it was my first opportunity to run across them. It's funny because, back in LA, I was thinking about this recently, that we made a big deal out of Autorama that was at Astral Hall back there. And Corvette clubs, and I think that there were at least 2 or 3, we all kind of competed against each other at Autorama.
See how many cars you could bring in.
Right, exactly. And that doesn't really exist at Autorama today. I don't even, do they even bring a Corvette club? I don't think I've seen the club aspect of it. I know that there are Corvettes there, but.
Well, they bring some clubs. I know the Oldsmobile Club always shows up with a contingent, but the Mustang Club, Jim Tanks do Northside Mustang Club, they always show up with a huge contingent. And they all get their own little space to display. They kind of wall it off, basically wall it off. Those clubs kind of say centric to themselves, but I don't remember the last couple of times we were at it, if there was, the San Jacinto was there, or Texas Corvette Club was there.
Like you said, it all changes, and different groups do different things, and today. Of course, back then there was only one club that I was familiar with, and that was San Jacinto. And I
made some connections with the museum, and brought them on to talk about Betty, had George on to talk about Betty, and then also had the museum on. And this was maybe a year and a half after they had the floor class in the museum, and they talked about all the issues and how they had corrected that. Kept some of the cars that were completely destroyed. You still have those on display that had fallen into the cavern in the museum.
Amazing.
So, well worth the trip going to the Corvette.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's kind of that show that, and purchasing my now 20-year-old Corvette, that has got me thinking road trips. As bizarre as it's going to be at my age now, our age. And I thought, I'd be a good trip too.
Yeah, but you draw your own lines.
In many ways. No discussion there. Yeah. No, there's no,
Absolutely none. But at any rate, so are you still doing artwork?
Yes, on a somewhat limited basis. But yeah,
selective
basis.
I was going to say, and the limit is what you place on it, because I don't want to work today. Okay, well, that's fine.
I'll select
anybody who wants to see artwork. Right. Well, Bill Seitz, it's always good to see you.
And electrical conductor and lead to a thermal event. Some other recalls that we have on the National Highway Transportation Safety Administration website involves the Jaguar F-Pace and the Jaguar XF from the 2020 through 2022 model years. Land Rover seatbelt automatic locking retractor malfunction on the Defender, the Discovery, the Range Rover, and the Range Rover Sport, and the Range Rover Velar, whatever that is.
Everything they built.
And then there's a recall on the Subaru Impreza for the 2021 model year, the lower control arm weld. Professionals at their new shop on the South Sam Houston Parkway between Belford and Airport in Southwest Houston. Gulf Coast Auto Shield is the best at paint correction and ceramic coatings. Clear bras and custom wraps are specialties that only Gulf Coast Auto Shield installs with award-winning accuracy. And all their services come with a warranty. Lamborghini, Aston Martin, Porsche, and Ferrari owners depend on Gulf Coast Auto Shield for their specialty services, and you should too. The in-wheel time Corvette and Cutlass have both been massaged by Gulf Coast Auto Shield, so isn't it time your vehicle visit their new shop in Southwest Houston? Call John Gray.
Did you ever think in a million years that you'd be doing what you're doing today?
Well, I always like to build
Yeah.
things like that. But, and everything that where I am is part of the world, number one. Yeah.
You know, John, in this world is the ultimate compliment, and the fact that you are an artist, and I have seen your work, and
For the most part, it's a little flea bites around the edges.
Right.
Where,
The
you know,
metal
a
has
sharp
corroded.
a sharp edge is not a good contact
Of course.
point.
Yep.
So you find that, and I always enjoyed, antiques and collectibles and the history there. Searching. So it's a good fit all around. I'm happy.
But your researching goes beyond just learning about what it is. Your researching has reached into how to
and that's crazy to me.
and the material that you can 3D print them is substantial enough to handle the heat process to drop the glass.
Actually, that's the preliminary step to that. The other process, that would be a step wherein you make a cast therefrom, a plaster cast, and then you move on through the other dies. But you get your basic shape, what you start
how
off
cool.
with.
How cool.
So that
And
was
that
a bit,
way, dimensionally, it's perfect
It's
for what you're trying to replace.
it's absolutely perfect. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, and that the detail is phenomenal.
so what are you working on today, Beth?
Well, actually, today I've got the Sanders projects for the Mac Bulldog. I don't know if you mentioned it to you.
He did mention the sign. So the Mac Bulldog, is it a porcelain sign?
It's a portion of something that's in that. At the moment, what we're talking about, John's idea is to remove the old part of the far back wall, the two little sides up there. We have to find a new home, so we're looking here first. This go on that opposite.
That is cool, yeah.
That's what we're looking at to accomplish.
Now, what kind of professionals do you have working with you? Just like that's right, you haven't been down to the shop.
You're building a solo artist.
Some things are so fellow collectors and stores
You know.
needs
He's got a guy. You sound like
Yes, and we'll have to stop by after the show and
Yeah,
take a peep down there
Please do.
in the shop.
Yeah, come have a look.
Yeah, we'll.
And see your collection of toys.
Bring money.
Yeah, we're looking for some of that ourselves.
I
so.
owe the coffee booth $1, so
$1. All right. All right. So Bill Prokopik, and he is the guy that restores and creates all of the signs that you see in
The
here.
artist and crafts. October 16th, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. October 30th is the 13th annual Halloween car show and that's at 415 Barron Springs Drive in Houston. Starts at 8 a.m.
Cool. Very nice. All right. Let's do the car review, shall we?
We shall.
I had a chance recently to drive the 2021 Toyota Supra. And it's so funny because, you know, we don't need to have a lot.
Keep it simple.
Keep it simple. Touch screen atop the dash in the center. Alcantara seat inserts keeps your butt stuck to the seat. Faux carbon fiber console surround is a nice touch. I like that a lot. Console lid contains cup holders. That could be a problem if you have long arms and those. It was a fun.
See, to me, the competitor to that would be more Corvette.
But the Corvette is not priced in.
No,
in
no,
that
Corvette's
thing.
way into
Right.
the 50s.
And not only that, but horsepower, it doesn't compare. I mean, even the 6-cylinder is 300 hour. Corvette's got a little bit more than
A
that.
whole bunch more.
Yeah.
Depend on Gulf Coast Auto Shield for their specialty services. Should too. Corvette and Cutlass have both been massaged by Gulf Coast Auto Shield, so isn't it time your vehicle visit their new shop in Southwest Houston? Call John Gray today at 832-930-5655 or visit online at gcautoshield.com. That's GC.
And now, that whole, I can't imagine that knowing car manufacturers like I do, that they would say, oh, this car, people are going to love this car and it is going to turn into its own cult. Because it really has. And when they started making that car, I don't think that there was a cult thing waiting for that. It just kind of happened
Developed
over
around
the
it.
years.
Yeah.
And now it.
And 25,
255 wheels. It's just a ton relatively fast. More than that, you run out of driver ability at some point, and mine is more power than I ability. But it's such a fantastic, you can do what you want.
And there's so much support for the aftermarket as well as so much support for Mazda.
Absolutely.
I know we've had the Mazda racing folks on the show in the past, and I think it was on COVID. And Mazda has a huge phone bank of engineers to talk to Miata MXR owners to help them as they are robots. It's one of the most great.
You get so much of heart straight in there and more of a conversation about how do I do this, what's wrong with this, how do I fix this, what does this code mean, and what kind of tires do I want, what kind of shocks am I putting on. I want a budget, I want to put suspension in my car, but I don't want to spend over $400. And there's answers to all.
As well as there may be members that, okay, well, I have that package.
Has so amazing right now, and I would personally, because I think of it as a drop top or a convertible, I wouldn't personally buy the hard top, the RS, but I've got more of my friends buy that than buy the soft top. Yeah, because you can put the lid down, your Wi-Fi, so it's quieter. If you're on a road trip, you can enjoy the standard tours, even up to $2.05. It's already a 4K minute, everything's ready to go. Especially on suspension, you can be certified, I see this for me. Now, the engine may have 70, 80, 100,000. But I hate to ruin the car on the track. Time really I ended up in $9,000 to learn more. I'd like to learn more. I'm a good driver, but I'm not a if you tell me how you can day and you can learn from that girl, I'm going to say, she loves the boost. She loves the turbo come on. To her, it's a hoot. It's the braking and banging and the suspension that she's got bad back. It's just not a great fit for her. But
2019, the city of Wolfsburg was doing some construction and found a World War II unexploded device in the ground as they were digging it out.
That would be a bomb.
Yeah, it was a bomb.
That would be a bomb.
In 1970, the Ford Pinto was introduced at a cost of less than $2,000. The design.
Get a road trip, meet new friends, and see some different cruisers at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex restaurant inside the Loop on the Southwest Freeway near Kirby. This is Houston's hottest cruise-in, tailpipes and tacos inside the Loop at the Loopy Tortilla on the Southwest Freeway in Kirby, where you'll see the In Wheel Time Car Show. Get your ride ready and we'll see you at the Tailpipes and Tacos Saturday morning cruise-in, September 18th, 8 to 11 a.m., weather permitting. The next Katy Tailpipes and Tacos will be announced soon. We hope to see you next weekend at the Tailpipes and Tacos Cruise-In at the Loopy Tortilla Tex-Mex on the Southwest Freeway at Kirby. Be there. Gulf Coast Auto Shield has moved to a more convenient location.
Because everybody's talking about all the things that happen, I thought we'd be different and drill it down to our lives and something that happened here. So anyway, how have you been with what's going on? You're hung out with me all day. Don't tell me you've been working.
Have you done any trips with them?
A couple. We did not like just a couple. Next time it's like we're going to weekend apology. So I got John up here. 76.
This little town, Blanco, Texas, and he came in from the big city, long hair and that fancy car, and
That's right, I forget.
That was it.
He did have the long hair.
yeah, 1971, I guess. Rest is history,
Oh my God.
or a nightmare, whichever way you want to look at
Nightmare.
I'd say history.
it. And you're still speaking, some of you.
Yeah,
Oh,
somewhat.
Not very often. We try to avoid each other
The
sometimes.
further down the table we get now.
Okay.
Yes, down at the other end of the table.
Yeah.
Done.
Well, one of the things we love doing is just talking about Hemi Hideout to people online because we try and make as many references to me, and I know John's heard this before. If you're an automotive enthusiast, this is a bucket place
Yeah.
to visit.
You're right.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Well, we can do those too.
We got,
I'm
yeah.
in.
The bar's back there.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right. I'll be right back.
It's great to see.
Yeah.
David and I were both giggling on the way in because, when I left the house, I kind of Google mapped it just to see how long it was going to take me here, make sure I left the house on time. And it says permanently closed
Oh,
on
really?
on Google.
Well, he'll
Until it
approve.
goes to Mecum and
Yeah.
all the shopping,
Well,
all the shopping
Well, now,
back
have
and
you
forth.
ever heard the story about the first time you went to Mecum? Excuse me.
Where is he? I'm going to make sure he's not.
No, he knows.
Tia
Okay.
off of Kirby
Oh.
for the Tailpipes and Tacos cruise in next Saturday. And that is 8 to 11 like this show is here. So,
Okay,
yes,
good.
we're looking forward to that. And then the following weekend, going to review the Suzuki Samurai. Remember that
Yep.
thing?
Yep. Well, this is a little bit different kind of review, but it is I can't even say it now. Yep, there you go. And I'm getting ready to drink. Suzuki Samurai.
Been drinking.
The roots of the Samurai. The Samurai was the first four-wheel vehicle Suzuki sold in the U.S., but its history.
Well, I think the reason that it killed the vehicle was because Consumer Reports came out and said this is unsafe to drive.
Right. It's one of those Corvair type things. Despite its death in the American market, the Suzuki Jimmy carried on elsewhere. Suzuki introduced the third generation model in 1998 after 20 run, and the fourth gen Jimmy debuted in 2018 in Japan and other parts of the world.
Where they don't care about flipping over, I guess.
Right, exactly. And then this is
Fast Channel. The In Wheel Time Car Show continues right after this quick break.
Winning the highest sales satisfaction award among
10 years of award-winning car talk. It's the In Wheel Time Car Show today, coming to you from Hovis's Hemi Hideout, Texas. I renamed it. Coming up, as the car clinic.
Used to evolve too. We're building bridges back here with rock facades. It's going to look really pretty, but just part of what's going on here. It's like dressing a cake, basically.
It's all immaculately groomed.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
But when we started having people come out, really women bring people back, not men. Men love it, but women, I think they love the bling in here. Well, I don't know. It surprised me that women took such a like.
It just rolled off the showroom floor.
And they didn't change that body style till 1977. You might have to fact check that, but it stayed that way for a long time. I was a young adult. They were still look like.
I'll be.
Yeah.
And, well, and the sign of the flying red horse.
God.
The sign of the flying red horse. So that's actually a neon sign.
It is indeed.
Yeah.
So during the Paris World Fair, when they were building it's like when I'm trying to get one of the guys to come talk with you guys, said, look, these guys will take the lead. Don't worry. It'll go smooth. That's how the Meekums are. It's just like you guys
You know John Kamen, did you meet him, the announcer?
Oh, no, he wasn't. He
didn't?
No.
Because
this man-made disaster.
And you collect them.
I just think they're cool. There's something about them.
Cool. There's very much something about them because, when you
know, I didn't know Mustang made motorcycles. Well, there is such a thing as a Mustang motorcycle.
It's like this Cushman Husky here. If you had one of those back in the 50s, you stud duck. But what parent is going to give that to a 13, 14-year-old kid? Say, here, get.
Got for us today, sir.
Well, as automotive technology is changing, oil has to change along with it. So, you've heard me talk for with auto start stop have a tendency to build a lot of carbon in the induction system way faster than those without.
Say, so it enhances it.
Oh, very much so. Enhances the problem. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Well, how about a catch can?
Well, catch can works, but you got to monitor the catch can, because if you're not monitoring the catch can, all of a sudden it overflows. So, but oil consumption's an issue with new cars, and that issue creates drivability problems.
That would be like what they call was it a dry sump, where they have a separate oil container not in the engine? Is that
well,
what you're
dry
talking about?
sump is an oil pump that's not.
It doesn't care.
No.
It is a big scandal that is about to erupt, and I encourage you to do your research and look online about a company called Huawei, and it's spelled Huawei, and obviously it is an Asian company that is not on the good list for the United States, and it seems as though
I'm telling Santa they're on the naughty list.
They are on the naughty list, so keep that in mind. All right, we're going to take a quick break, and we will wrap up today's show right after these quick messages.
We all know about aftermarket and online parts stores, and each one has something to offer, but they don't offer original factory parts. That's where Bayway comes in. For original factory parts, visit the Bayway stores first. Give them a call or stop by. Bayway Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Bayway Chevy, and Bayway Lincoln carry a complete line of parts for the do-it-yourselfer. Keeping your newer classic original means a lot, and you can count on these fully